Who doesn't love a big back window, 66 C10, 350, aluminum heads, AC? Let's take it for a test drive. 1966 Chevrolet C10 big back window. Has all of the stuff you'd want for a truck to hop in and drive. Has an aluminum headed 350. Not sure when the motor was built or when it was put in the truck, but it runs extremely well. All I know is it does have aluminum heads. I don't know anything else about the motor. It's a 3970010, the most common 350 casting number. So a strong running setup when it comes to the motor. Backed by a 3-speed turbo 350 automatic transmission. Aftermarket AC blows nice and cold. You have the sand-in style compressor in the engine bay. All of the wiring, all of the lines look good. And then you have this under dash setup here as well. All your speeds work. Your temperature knob over there works as well. And this under dash unit will freeze you out on the inside of this cab. Power steering, power disc brakes up front. Obviously it's been lowered. We'll talk about the suspension a little bit later in the video. So other mechanical upgrades that it does have. You have a really nice exhaust system. It sounds good coming out the back with the dual tailpipes. Aluminum radiator. And just an easy truck to drive. We're doing 60, 65 right now, and it's very comfortable. The truck will do 70, but without an overdrive. It starts to push it just a little bit when it comes to highway speeds. It'll do 70, 75. Again, you'll start turning some RPMs. Probably a little bit more than you want for just a regular C10 like this to hop in and cruise. Interior-wise, you have a stock style gray bench seat. You do have your rubber floor mat, and then you have mats on top of that as well. You have an aftermarket Pioneer stereo. You got some speakers behind the seats in the back. Aftermarket tilt column. I will say that the shifter indicator, you have park, reverse, neutral, drive, 2-in-1. The indicator itself is over to the right a little bit further, so while you're in drive, the indicator is in between drive and second. So the indicator is just off a little bit, but it goes in and out of all the gears correctly. Your speedo's there, and then underneath the dash you do have 3 aftermarket gauges. You have a water temperature, voltage, and then oil pressure. Having the tilt is a nice bonus. You do have a single visor over here on the driver's side with some like diamond stitch. You can take that out, replace it if you want to. And then on the seat back, right behind your back, there's a couple little frayed spots on the stitching, but it's all very minimal stuff. Few items are not working. The flashers on the inside of the truck or the outside don't work. The horn doesn't work. The reverse lights do not work. And the washer fluid sprayers for the wipers don't work. So all really minor stuff. The additional information section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, you'll see photos of the imperfections of the vehicle, as well as a screenshot of the doesn't work section. So make sure you guys check that out. Temperature's warmed up good. We're about 180 degrees, so we'll go ahead and test out the 350 here. Motor again is very strong. On the underneath, the inner rockers, the floors, all that's very solid. Factory frame, nothing's been cut or messed with on the frame. Don't see any current rust issues. Right over here on the driver's side toe board, had a small spot repaired there, but it's all really minimal. They did a nice job on it. So no current rust issues as far as the underneath of the truck goes. Good solid metal. You have a nice wood bed kit in the back. The truck is repainted red and white. I will say that's the oldest thing on it is the cosmetics. It does have some body work that you can see on the lower fenders, as well as the rocker panels and the cab corners on the outside of the truck. Some few little bubbles starting in those areas. You'll see photos of that in the additional images section of the website. Again, pcclassiccars.com. Obviously the truck is lowered. It's on a really nice set of 20-inch like rally wheels. Good tires all the way around. I haven't had any rubbing issues with just me and the truck. Overall, a good looking pickup. Again, cosmetically, it is on the older side of things, so you can nitpick the paint. But if you're wanting one to hop in and drive that's already got a lot of good mechanical upgrades, it is a fantastic truck for that. One other mechanical thing that I forgot to note, and it's kind of a big one, the fuel tank was removed from the inside of the cab, and it is relocated to the bed, underneath the bed floor in the back. You unscrew the fill cap in the bed floor. You do have to be slow with adding fuel, otherwise it will push back out at you and you'll get fuel all over yourself and all over the wood bed floor in the back. So when you go to fill it up, you just got to trickle it in. The fill nozzle's not very long, so you have to, again, just kind of let the fuel trickle in to that aftermarket fuel tank. It does still have the fuel cap on the bed side over here, so if you're just forget about it, pull up to your fuel station. The fill cap is right there. If you go to add fuel, you're just going to flood the inside of the cap because there is no tank on the inside of the truck. As far as the suspension goes, obviously the truck has been lowered. Looks like it's got drop spindles up front. Shocks do look like they've been replaced at some point. Springs as well. Has a good road feel, does not beat you to death. Still tracks down the road nice, has a comfortable feel going 60, 65 miles an hour. Steering's good, brakes feel good. As far as the brakes go, you have a stock style set of discs up front, and then you do have a polished master cylinder and power brake booster in the engine bay. Driving position is comfortable, seat feels good. You can load up 3 people in here. I will say the middle passenger might get the top of their foot just a little bit damp. You get a little condensation dripping off the bottom side of the air conditioner unit when it was on. Again, you kick it on there, kicks off like it should. Steering wheel's offset to the right just a little bit, but the truck tracks very true and very straight. Downshifts, speedo's working. I've been in the throttle pretty good and I haven't got over 185 degrees, so that aluminum radiator is really doing its job. We'll roll into it here again. Throttle response is great. Whoever put that motor together seems like they know what they were doing. Has good power, pulls hard, transmission shifts good. I did also forget to mention you do have an adjustable panhard bar in the back. Pretty much all your normal stuff when you're going to lower one of these. Engine bay is very clean. You do have a really nice air cleaner, billet style valve covers. Again, aluminum radiator, polished master cylinder, brake booster. All the wiring, the AC system, all that checks out good in the engine bay. Bottom side of the hood shows well. Front and rear bumpers do check out nice. The rest of the trim on the truck is also in good shape, but it does have its little flaws. I would suggest, again, look at that additional information section on the website, pcclassiccars.com. You'll see photos of all the imperfections that I personally take. On the vent windows, you get a little bit of wind noise on both sides. On the outside of the vent windows, on the cab right there, there is some like paint that's kind of flaking that's been touched up. The tailgate opens and closes properly. You got your little hooks that you undo and then the chains that you hook into it. Even on this bumpy road, being a lower truck, it's still comfortable. You do get a little bit of a bounce, especially on this portion of the road. It's very, very rough, so you'll get a little bounce from it, but it's not a hard truck to drive. I always love a big back window. Obviously, that's one of the coolest things about the truck. I probably should have touched on it more in this video, but you do have the big back window. You got an aluminum headed 350. You got aftermarket AC. You already got tilt. Just a cool setup C10. Ashtray door. The factory choke doesn't do anything. It's not hooked up. On the bottom side of the cab, or on the bottom side of the dash here, on the inside of the cab, the paint's kind of flaking off there a little bit. You'll see that probably in the video. Windows roll up and down like they should. They are obviously manual. All right, we'll roll into it here real quick. Smooth, easy power. As always, I'm Michael. This is a 1966 Chevrolet C10. It's been lowered. It's got aftermarket AC. It's a big back window. It's one hell of a truck. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drive videos. Make sure you check out the content across all of our social platforms. Check out the additional information section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, for this particular truck for extra info on it. If anyone needs anything else, don't hesitate to reach out to us here at the dealership. And again, we always appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our videos, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.